This is the soil of Florida, not Africa, not Europe, not no damn fantasy. This the mark of Moctezuma. We ain't never been no damn slaves. We was prisoners of war. And y'all still out here claiming that title like it's your birthright. You know where the word slave come from? Slavic, from over there, Slavonia. You from there? Nah, you from right here, from these lands. Moctezuma's blood, the sovereigns of Anahuac. So get it through your head, you royalty, not no damn slave. Of the true sovereigns of these lands. Y'all better get it right. Look at all that. All this land. That's ours. We've been here.
They built this on stolen land, tried to hide the roots, cover the soil with lies. But we still here.
They call me a Moor, but I am not from across the Atlantic. I am of this land, Saturiona.
So tell me, where ICE gon' deport you when you from right here? Huh? The clouds. Ain't no borders when this whole land your inheritance. So get it through your head, you royalty, not no damn slave. Y'all gon' get it one way or another. We ain't never been no damn slaves. We ain't going nowhere neither. This the mark of Moctezuma, of Anahuac, of the true sovereigns of these lands. Y'all better get it right.
Ain't no borders when this whole land your inheritance. They gon' deport you back to your own soil. Now let that marinate.
They're not gonna respect this first bar.
Look, I just wanna be the brokest nigga ever. I want the land, the trees, the oceans, and the weather. I know we can't agree that no one lives forever, and I can't take y'all Benjamins with me. I know you need me to break the spell, lead you home. Would you please receive me? I don't wanna do this alone. It's just me this evening. So please believe me, I so love your world, I manifested. The planet's manifested. Oh, blessed, brand new day, still there. Old message, war against the cold-blooded, cold-fleshed. Let's get acquainted with the one divine essence. I so love the world, I wrote the song all up on Calvary. It's a silent hill, but the view is also loud to me. Cowards sleep, soldiers stay awake and watch the hours flee. You'll never see me counting sheep. No shepherd, cause they know my voice. And if they want to leave the herd, I condone the choice. They have permission, I'm light years ahead of half the cast that had the mission. That's the difference, guess they couldn't astral travel half the distance it takes. Maybe it wasn't their run, perhaps a different race. This isn't a place for slow steppers, but skip it. I feel terrific, writing hieroglyphics, running across the Pacific with no effort. Hey, I know you need me to break the spell, lead you home. Would you please receive me? I don't wanna do this alone, it's just me this evening. So please believe me, I so love your world, I stopped to visit. Each one of you can say this, so I'm being optimistic. The mission I rock is shifted, you blinking, you're optimistic. Apocalyptic, the soul of every prophet lifted, and everything's like I predicted. H-E-R-O-D, sending infiltrators on their way to borrow me. They say they here to befriend me. I say they are police. I hear they footsteps, they'll make it hit tomorrow, G. They wish to hang me up and leave me there to R-O-T. This is just to pass the time. I'm trying to get you lifted on it, puffing past the lines. 9 cars on the table, read the rough. They had the diamonds and the riches of your world. Couldn't shuffle that design. Your words had no effect on me. You're mugging at the blind. My whole life I was a maverick. Had the struggle, that was fine. I done got through wishing that this couple passed me by. Cause this time with this mind, he doesn't have to die for you to live. I know you need me to break the spell, lead you home. Would you please receive me? I don't wanna do this alone, it's just me this evening. So please believe me, I so love your world, I manifested. Hey, I know you need me to break the spell, lead you to break the spell, lead you home. Would you please receive me? I don't wanna do this alone, it's just me this evening. So please believe me, I so love your world, I stopped to visit. Hey, I know the devil trying to kill me on the low. I bet he got a reason to deprive me. No one will ever have a claim on my soul. So you will never hear me screaming, who just shot me? No, not me, of course no. Bullet in a coffin, dead man, Morse code. Travel to the east, I got a stride full of letters free. Settle all that beef, we gon' ball like spaghetti meat Moses. I'm feeling like Moses, I'm chosen. Walking through the door just to leave it open. I see him hoping that my ego make me fall, but I'm still floating. Resurrected, ring around the rosy. Ashes to lotion, casket reopen. Sleeping giant dozing, it has to be woken. Stand up religion, yeah, yo, pastor be choking. If you talk to God, tell him half of us broken. We don't benefit from your basket of tokens. And reading Genesis while you asking for more. And no man, no when everything fall down hard from above. Watch them Jericho walls now. If you knew that it was you that you was praying to, you would be more conscious of the game that you playing to. If you knew the Matrix was a game, you'd be playing too. Monsters don't cry, what's a racist to a saber to? Wanna be the brokest nigga ever. I want the land, the trees, the oceans, and the weather. I know we can't agree that no one lives forever, and I can't take no Benjamins with me. I be the brokest nigga ever.
That Black Americans feel insulted when people refer to them as Africans. The short answer is there's nothing great about Africa, or they weren't taught anything great about Africa growing up. They have no problem being called the real Kushites. They have no problem being called the real Egyptians. They have no problem being called the real Israelite Jews. But ordinary African, ordinary West African, nah, that's an insult. And you know what's funny? Only 25% of Black Americans can trace their ancestry beyond their great-grandparents. But the average FBA would want you to believe that they can trace their ancestry back to slavery in America. Human beings in general like to be associated with greatness. All that Africa did was sold people into slavery. Now, who would want to be associated with that? Now, America, no, that's a great country. That makes us great just by association. No, am I saying that Black people weren't the first set of persons in America? No, I'm most definitely not saying that. Am I saying that individual identity isn't important? No, that's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying that is that stripping us of our identity along with religion was slavery's biggest act.
Let's get Apia in here. Speaking of tethers, Apia, hop on in. Let's get Apia in here. What's up, Apia?
Boy, Tariq, again and again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me ask this question. What is pan-Africanism?
Nothing. It's an idea that's not functional. It don't mean nothing.
Okay. See, Africans don't need it.
Because people be trying, well, Tariq, you were Pan-African. No, I was. I ain't never said I was no goddamn Pan-African. I'll give them $10,000 in Bitcoins if you find me ever saying I was a damn Pan-Africanist. I ain't never said that shit. Ever. I don't talk, but go ahead.
First of all, Africans don't need FBAs, and Pan-Africans don't need FBAs.
Really?
We don't need xenophobes, first of all. Yeah. We don't need no one civilized, uneducated.
Who's more xenophobic than you over there? But go ahead. You ain't got nothing to xenophobe on, nigga.
Listen.
What do you got to xenophobe on? Xenophobia means fear. What are we afraid of except must and flies? Now, I don't like your flies, but other than that.
No, you the one that complained. They eating of us. I'm wondering, like, what you got?
They
like what do you have?
What do you mean what we got?
Economically, you're the worst. You don't own a damn thing.
Yes, we do.
You have absolutely nothing to write home about.
Yes, we do.
Like, you want to go against
That's why your ass is over here. Yes, we do. That's why you're over here getting all the opportunities that we created.
Guess what? Everything I earned it. I used my brain power.
No. You use your flip-flops to flee, to come over here and enjoy the opportunities that only us with a capital O created for you. If it were not for foundational Black Americans, you wouldn't have any opportunities over here. That's either true or not true, sir, right?
If it wasn't for Mama Africa, I wouldn't be who I am.
Mama Africa is Brenda has a baby just wandering around. You done fled Mama Africa and
now you want
Daddy FBA. That's where you are. You with Daddy FBA. Mama Africa.
The last time I checked, Brenda got a baby is a whole FBA thing.
Yeah.
Yep, it's a whole. That's what Tupac said.
Yeah,
I remember.
Yeah, Brenda has a baby was a single mother with kids she couldn't take care of, and that's what Mama Africa is doing now. Mama Africa is suffering. All right, so you over here with Daddy FBA, right? Come on,
man. God forbid, ain't nobody eating off FBAs.
You are.
FBAs are the broke folks on this planet.
You are.
Everybody knows that. You're at the bottom of everything.
Sir. We ain't living in shanty towns like you do in your homeland. We don't live like that. We ain't eating dirt cookies. We don't have barbecues. No.
I will live in a shanty town and have a peace of mind and always feel like there's a bullet behind.
You over here for a reason. If you had it going on, you wouldn't have left. Y'all not gonna come play that Prince of Zamunda shit over here. Y'all used to be able to do that until we started going over there and like, hey, this nigga ain't no Prince of Zamunda. This is a Prince of zebra meat. So let's stop playing games, sir. All right. All right.
You know, I'll give you that. You have a high sense of humor. That I give you that. But listen,
so don't play with me. So what else?
Now I ain't playing with you, but I'm not going to sit here for you to, bastardize Pan-Africanism like it's something that you can disrespect.
Okay.
I mean, the last time I checked, Gruck was off to your ass. I was like, God damn, you argue with Gruck?
How come you don't practice?
What happened?
How come you don't practice it over there then?
What you mean? To be a Pan-Africanist, you don't even know what that is.
Africanism in Africa.
Bro, Pan-Africanism is about global Black unity, empowerment, basically.
Right. And how come you are fragmented and disunified all over Africa? You're not together.
What I can tell you for a fact, the most united continent in the world is Africa. Check everywhere.
No,
it ain't no Gaza out there. It ain't no Russia, Ukraine out there.
Over there, beating each other up in different villages, kidnapping each other. Ghana is trying to get Nigerians out now. What are you talking about? Y'all Google that right now. Ghana, they're complaining about Nigerians. South Africans are complaining about Nigerians. They're trying to get all of these folks up out of there. They're fighting left and right now, ladies and gentlemen.
The Ghanaian president said that a lie, and that means it's a lie. All right, that's what the Ghanaian president said. That's a lie.
Dude, there's these people all in the streets like the Nigerians have to go.
Listen. The statistics doesn't show that you are united, though.
Who?
Your neighborhood doesn't show that you're united. Everybody trying to flee from the neighborhood, and you know that.
What?
That's why you're not even in the neighborhood.
What neighborhood are you talking?
You live in a white community.
No, I don't.
You live in a white ass community.
A rich community, nigga. No.
Yeah. Of course.
No. Because y'all think anything with some money is white. No, I live in a rich community. All right.
I know where you live. And all them other folks that live there that are Black are all Africans. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying.
No. I live in a wealthy community, sir. That's a real big difference. And it can't be white because I'm here. All right. So let's stop that, y'all. That's that tether shit. Anything that has any kind of success must be white. That's that tether.
Why don't you live in a Black dominated wealthy community? Why?
I live in a rich area, sir.
A rich, dominated white neighborhood. That's where you live at. You don't live in a Black dominated area.
Dominated by money. No. It's dominated by money. I see Black rich people. I just ran into Omarion's brother yesterday at the grocery store, my good friend Orion. So yeah, we there's wealthy celebrities around me, sir, all over. That's where I live, and you live in a shanty town. All right.
Well, you wish I live in a shanty town. Even if I live in a shanty town, I still live with my people, though. I still live with my folks.
Right.
We all Black.
Right. And
it's part of the community.
Right. You live.
And I'm proud of it. And I'm
right. And y'all, you're beating each other upside the head for hippo hot dogs. Okay.
We're not busting a cap in anybody's ass.
Well, you can't afford the bullet, so you got to throw rocks and shea butter shells at niggas. So there's a whole big difference. So yeah, when you get your money up, then you can get a bullet. So you don't have.
No, it's not part of our culture.
Oh,
it's never part of our culture. We don't entertain that part.
Oh yeah,
I can tell you that our culture is so rich that we respect each and every one. That's the reason why we don't call our ladies the B word.
Oh no,
that's what we don't.
You just force female circumcisions on them, nigga. That's what you do to them, nigga. Don't tell me women. Come on now. Don't tell me how you do the women. I've seen y'all beat women down in the streets. You beat them with your flip-flops if they look the wrong way. So don't play that.
No, you projecting now.
I ain't projecting.
You projecting now. You
don't sit here acting like you hold the women up to some high standard. And y'all be beating the shit out them women. The minute they get, if we see these videos in West Africa, women getting beaten with bamboo sticks and
you wish you was. You wish you was. You wish you was.
Hyena jaws at them and shit. Y'all doing all types of weird shit to the women over there. Come on now. Let's not play.
We love our women. We marry our women.
Man.
All right. We marry them. We marry our women.
Y'all marry people to get green cards, man. Y'all got all types of marriage scams going on. Y'all get married to run a finesse. Let's stop that.
Man, you don't need to be muting the stage. Come on, man.
I'm talking with your 90-day fiance ass. You probably got a fat Mexican that you married to get your green card over here. That's why you.
Man, God forbid. God forbid. I don't.
I hear taco shells crunching in the background, dude. Come on, dude.
I don't. Yeah, let me ask you, why were you fighting with Grug though? What happened? Man, Grok exposed your ass big time.
Grok is silly. I like beating up on Grok. Grok is ridiculous. I like.
But how the hell you gonna argue with Grok? Though?
Grok is because
man, he was exposing your ass like pound for pound, and
Grok talks like a white supremacist. So I like to beat Grok up to make Grok look silly. I like beating up on AI because Grok be saying white supremacist shit. So Grok be trying to do on white, and I say so. Grok, we're making Grok just be a full out racist. Grok be laughing at racist memes. Grok even did some Nazi shit.
No, I was reading. You said, Grog, you lying. Grog said, I ain't lying to you, bro. And he pulled the fact out. He pulled the serial numbers. And man,
what did Grog?
FBA is trademark.
Grog put out a fact of what?
No, FBA is trademark.
It is trademarked, of course.
How the hell are you gonna have a lineage trademark? I ain't never seen one before.
Ghana is trademarked. What are you talking about?
No, Ghana. Listen, Ghana is not a lineage.
Grok, and we made Grok admit there were 30,000 patents and trademarks for African American. That's how. Fool. That's what we're saying.
Sir, that's different.
Grok looks stupid. There's 30,000 trademarks for African Americans. So what you talking about?
Again, you can't have a lineage trademark. Not in this world.
If there's 30,000 trademarks for African American, then it's trademarked.
But that's not a lineage, though.
What do you mean it's not a lineage?
Patterns is not a lineage. Like, unless you don't know what a lineage is.
Ain't African Americans supposed to be a lineage?
See, that's the part where makes folks want to believe that you don't have a.
Ain't African Americans supposed to be a part of a lineage? Huh?
And it's trademark?
It's 30,000 trademarks for African Americans.
Sir, FBA is trademark, and you run around saying that's a lineage.
It is a lineage.
And you are the founder. Tell me I'm lying.
So
don't let me gruck your ass.
So there are 30,000 founders of African American? What are you saying?
No, you are the founder of FBA. Tell me I'm lying.
You're lying.
Is FBA not trademark in your name?
Yes, it is.
Okay, then tell me something different then.
I'm not the founder of the lineage.
Who are the shareholders of FBA?
You don't have shareholders for trademarks.
Okay. So see, now I got you.
You don't have
see, even Grok made you live. Now
I have shareholders for trademarks, sir. It's not a corporation. I understand.
It is trademark for commercial purposes.
No, it's not. It's not.
Man, Grok exposed your behind. It's not. And it's a fact.
Dude, I know you live in a shanty town and that's your corporation. No, it don't. Trademarks and corporations are different, sir.
Okay. Name any other lineage in the United States that is trademarked.
Ghana is trademarked. That's
Ghana is not a lineage.
Yes, it is.
Ghana is a country made up of different ethnicities, different tribes, different clans. Therefore, again, tell me
Ghana
lineage that is trademarked in the United States.
There's a lineage too. You can have Ghanaian lineage. Right.
No. No, that's a nationality. Yeah. That is the nationality. Sir, you confusing everything.
But you would have a lineage to that nationality, right?
Sir, I have a whole lineage. I'm a fancy,
No,
bro.
no, 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 no. There's different sub tribes within the lineage, but it's still a lineage.
What I'm telling you is
No,
Ghana is not a lineage. Use
no, because if they do a DNA test, they can trace somebody's lineage to Ghana, right? Huh?
okay. Of
Right,
course, they can trace you to us.
right.
Listen, listen,
Okay,
listen.
now you contradicted yourself. See,
No, no, I'm
the
not
lineage.
contradicting. Listen, when you trace something,
Don't you babble. Well, they do DNA tests all the time and say, okay, this person's lineage goes to Ghana, this person's lineage goes to the area that is Nigeria, and all of that. So it can go to a lineage. And Ghana,
everything will go.
there's a bunch
Listen,
of
every
marks under the name Ghana, sir. Same thing with foundational Black Americans.
why you keep muting it, man? I thought you were a pound for pound person.
Because you're trying to babble because you know you're losing. Because I'm,
No, I'm not babbling. You want to
oh,
go
no,
on?
no, because you're contradicting yourself. Just because you trademark something don't mean you created. There's a lot of people who trademark Ghana. That don't mean they created the Ghana lineage. Our lineage always existed, sir. We're foundational Black Americans. We're just
When you trademark something, it means you own it. You copyright it. You
no,
want.
you don't. No,
Listen, listen.
you don't
Yeah,
own the lineage. You own the name for that purpose. That's why.
sir, the name represents whatever that establishment that there is.
No,
You know who you're
oh
talking to?
no, it don't work
I,
like that. So I know you're not used to functioning societies. If you own a trademark for commercial products, that's what you own the commercial products trademark for. I don't own the people, fool. Do you think I own human beings?
sir, you
Do you
listen, listen.
stop?
Anyone that rep that particular.
Listen to yourself, idiot. Do you think I own human beings because I trademark the term A for commercial purposes?
I mean, you listen, listen. Everybody know you copying Massa. All right, the same thing Massa did to your ass is
What
what.
the hell are you talking? No, no, now you're trying to change the subject. I asked you
I'm not changing the damn thing.
a
I'm.
subject. I asked you about trademarks. You know, now you know how stupid you sound, and now you're gonna change the subject. Talking about some damn massa. Only
You own the trademark.
yeah, yeah.
Tell me. Yes, you own the
But
trademark.
how
Okay.
do I own the people, fool? You don't own
Of course. Listen, listen. You don't need to own the folks.
trademark people. You can't trademark a group of people, you idiot.
Anyone that subscribe to
You don't
FBA has
no,
to
you
go.
don't anybody subscribe nothing. Whether you subscribe to it or not, you're still a foundational Black American. That's a logic term. You don't I know
No, no.
subscribe to nothing. Logic makes you a foundational Black.
Let me ask you a
No,
question.
logic makes you a foundational Black American, whether you like the word or not. You understand how that works? Huh? Either you're foundational to this country or you're not.
And guess who owns the trademark? Tariq Nasheed.
Me, you
Tariq Nasheed
I
owns the.
own the trademark for Foundational Black American, and there's 30,000 people who own the trademark for African American. So what does that say?
No, that's a lie. That's palpable
That's
false. That's a lie.
I.
That's a. That's.
Well, that's what Grok said. Grok confirmed that since you're going to use Grok as a source. Grok confirmed that. Grok said there were 30,000 trademarks for the term African American. So by your logic, 30,000 people own African Americans, and they're the lead.
That is palpable false. What you're saying is a
Know
lie.
what I'm saying?
What we're talking about is
30,
you claiming to own every.
there's 30,000 patents for African Americans, so you cannot complain about the patent, or it's not even a patent, it's a trademark for Foundational Black American for commercial items, sir. So what you talking about? And I'm glad I did it because you tethers would get it anyway and try to fuck it up. So I wasn't gonna let you tethers get it up. You tethers
Hey, ladies and
mad because y'all couldn't put a trademark on it and try to denigrate it and mess it up. That's what y'all mad at. Y'all mad because I beat you to the damn punch. That
you wish you did. You wish you
all
did. Everybody
tethers,
know that.
these tethers wanted to get that trademark and just denigrate it and do all types of weird shit. They're mad because I wouldn't let them steal it. That's what you're mad at. Yeah, y'all.
What we still? What
Some
are
of
we
those
still?
patents for African American, I'm pretty sure a bunch of you tethers did that.
See, now you
Oh, I
cosplay.
ain't cosplaying nothing. You're the one over here in my joint, sir. I'm not over there in your homeland, sir. You're in mine, right?
No, you cosplaying. I just want everybody to know that there's no lineage in the world is trademarked, with exception
And we
of
just proved it is. Every lineage is trademarked. Every lineage name
that.
trademark. You name me a lineage that don't have a trademark. Go name it.
The Akan tribe.
There's trademarks for Khan.
No, sir. It's not trick. It's not owned by anybody.
Yes, it is.
It's not trick.
There,
Nope, it is not.
there are trademarks for the term Akan. Yes, it is. There's
It's listen.
products.
See.
There are African themed products under the name Akan. Go look it up. Go.
No. See, now you're getting confused with our symbols, right?
Getting confused with nothing.
Yes, you're confused with
The
our.
word Akan is trademarked. I think
It is not trademark. Owned by who?
I think some Asian company owns it. Y'all go
All right. Okay. All right. Now you want to troll. Go ahead and
trolling
troll.
nothing.
But the fact that you got exposed.
I'm not trolling. You think look it up. Everybody can look it up right now. Go look up, do a trademark search of Akan, Akan. It's trademarked. That word is trade.
Listen. It can mean whatever meaning in whatever jurisdiction. You can never have control about how somebody name whatever they have. But as long as the
Right.
lineage is.
Right. See, you keep contradicting yourself. Anybody can trademark a name.
But not a.
I'm not trademarking the lineage. I'm trademarking the name. You understand? When you
Bro,
look
you running around saying that.
trademark, the trademark doesn't say the lineage is trademarked. When you see the a con trademark, it's not like the lineage is being trademarked. A product based on the name is being trademarked.
Okay, see, now we're getting.
This is why earlier how the brother said these tethers think they're smarter than everybody. They think if they just talk in circles that they're going to outsmart everybody. Tethers, they're dumb as hell, but think that they're the smartest people in the room. And they think if they just say a bunch of buzzwords, everybody will fall for their horse shit. He thinks if he says trademark over and over and you own the trademark, that I own the lineage. People in this room know better.
All
We
right, let
know
me ask you a question.
no, listen, y'all tethers think you're smarter than everybody. You think you're fooling the people in this room? They understand how trademarks work. Do you really think you're fooling the people in this room?
Okay, let me ask you a question.
I'm
What is the
asking
difference
a question.
between?
No, for real. Because y'all tethers think you're the smart. Do you think the people in this room are dumb enough to believe that I own the lineage? Do you think they believe that?
Oh, I mean the with the FBA's up in here. Come on, man. Ain't nobody
You
giving them
think
no IQ. They're
believe
on the next.
own the damn lineage because the word is trademarked for t-shirts, cups, and events? Really? Do you think that they're that dumb? That's why we
First of all, how do you even equate a whole lineage to a T-shirt and cups, etc., etc.? That should let you know that.
that's you did that. I didn't equate it to that. You did that.
Listen, a lineage is a bloodline. All right, a
And our
lineage is a.
bloodline is foundational Black American, sir. We have a unique lineage and bloodline that you don't have, right?
No, I don't. I don't have it. I mean, but
You're not
guess what
our
though?
lineage, sir. I mean, what is the argument? Let's be real. What exactly is your argument? My family can be traced to this land to before.
Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the FBA Cultural Podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe, make sure you subscribe.
T-shirt and cups, etc., etc. That should let you know that.
That's you did that. I didn't equate it to that. You did that.
Listen, a lineage is a bloodline. All right, a
And our
lineage is a.
lineage is foundational Black American, sir. We have a unique lineage and bloodline that you don't have, right?
No, I don't. I don't have it. I mean, but
You're not
guess what
our
though?
lineage. So I mean, what is the argument? Let's be real. What exactly is your argument? My family can be traced to this land to before the United States. So what's the argument?
Man, who you think you're fooling, dog?
Who
Like, who you think you're talking to?
I'm
Your lineage can be traced before what?
before the United States was formed.
Okay, okay. Pull the statistics out. You don't know a damn thing past 2, 3 generations.
What's with
You don't know a damn.
what's with these tethers who project this weird shit? I saw another tether. I think he was from Ghana too. He was like, "You niggas, the FBS, you don't know even your great grandparents." Up here, let up here.
Look,
For real.
let's face it, you don't know.
Yeah, listen, slow down, stop talking. Do y'all really think we don't know our lineage? Do you really think
FBA's any FBA doesn't know his lineage. I promise you that. That's the reason why they're FBAs.
you think we
FBAs are lost souls looking for a leader and a hero,
uh,
and they found that in you.
ooh,
And shout out to you.
that's a projection. That's a projection. We're rooted in our culture. Nigga, everybody in this room who got FBA lineage, I can almost guarantee they can at least trace their families back to the 1800s.
That's a lie. They can't even find their home address. They don't. You ask them of their zip code.
That's you. Y'all don't be having birth certificates, sir. How you gonna tell us what we can't do? That's a projection, and that's just
Guess what? We don't need a birth certificate to know who we are. Now,
because we're going to flee, nigga. I don't need it. I'm not going to stay here anyway. That's tether talk. You damn right you don't need one. You ain't gonna hang around. Yeah, you damn right you ain't. You damn right you don't need no birth certificate because you don't plan on sticking around Ghana anyway. So
that's projection, right?
Birth certificate to the new country you flee to, boy.
Now you're projecting now.
Boy,
all I'm saying is that FBA, you have trademarked FBA for business purposes. It's not a lineage, it's a business.
You can't define what our damn lineage is.
It ain't no lineage.
For yourself. You can't define our lineage. It don't work like that, buddy. Our lineage is FBA. Our lineage goes back to the beginning of this country, before this country. Everybody in here of FBA lineage can trace their joints back to the 1800s. We keep meticulous records, sir. You can't.
You know what?
Joint back, sir. And that's the reason.
You know what?
Y'all,
you know what?
Project that weird stuff onto us. We know our history, dude, and we ain't been fleeing all over the place, sir, like you, right?
All of you dudes out here claiming FBAs, y'all found your lineage on the internet, man. That's
no, sir. That's you projecting. No.
That's a reality. 2020.
Our families, we got deep ties and deep rooted families that we go to, sir. You don't have that, sir. You don't have.
Tariq, let me ask you, what year did you trademark FBA?
It don't matter.
It does matter.
Don't matter because you don't have an argument.
Hey, tell your church members the truth.
You don't have an argument, sir. You're jealous because we have a deep-rooted lineage over here on our land, and your musty ass don't have one. You had to flee. You don't have a deep-rooted history up here. You come from failure. That's why you're here.
And you can say all you want to sway the subject. I'm gonna still stay on.
No. We're talking reality up here. See, that's why we had to delineate from that jealous tether ass.
Sir, how the hell?
Look at you. Your forehead is blocking the damn internet. It's cutting out and everything, sir. Come on now.
Yeah, all you got is the mute button. Keep muting. I say whatever you want to say.
I didn't.
But you still got to answer.
Ass fingers from all of that slimy goosey. The phone slipped out of your little Ebola tinged fingers, sir. So that's
okay. Well, okay, go ahead and say whatever. What year did you trademark FBA?
The year that y'all fled from your homeland.
Okay, see, ladies and gentlemen, I keep telling y'all. All right, tell your church members the truth. Tariq, tell the congregation the truth.
The truth.
I know you're gonna.
Bad family. We should have been delineating a long time ago. That's the truth. Our good brother Claude Anderson been trying to warn us for decades, and the truth is, we finally listened to our good brother. He was telling the truth. we have a unique lineage, and that's what we're respecting and honoring. And we couldn't have done it sooner. And you're great for that,
Listen,
right?
we don't lose any sleep. Matter of fact, we're gonna snore.
No sleep because you up 24 hours driving for Uber because you need the money. All right. So yes, you don't lose sleep because you got to work and you got to look out for the ice vans. So you can't go to sleep. You got to keep your one eye open at all times. So you don't. That's why you don't lose sleep, nigga, because you're gonna be in Guantanamo Bay so eating bushmeat, right?
Man, you're a funny dude, bro. That I give to you all the time.
Yes.
But fact is, look, you trademark this whole business thing. You make profit of it. You know, you come out here, what's the name? Rootwork deodorant?
Rootwork, yeah. It's something
okay, shut up. Listen.
Deodorant, which is something that you need. Yes. So I got stuff that's foreign to you. I know that's foreign. Just using deodorant regularly. I know that's strange, but no, nigga, that's what we do.
Okay, listen, family. I'm gonna say to all of y'all. Make sure you go to the Hidden Museum, donate to keep it going. Buy the Rootwork deodorant to keep FBA businesses running because bills got to get paid. Fees got to get paid and everything.
Use plugs too. Everybody, be sure to give 30 cents a day to Sally Struthers to feed Apia's village. Also, donate to the Red Cross so they can drop off parachutes of rice to his cousins. And also get you some raw shea butter so that the people picking shea butter in his village can have some to eat. All right. So we shout each other's out. That's how teamwork makes the dream work, my nigga. All right. Are we being Pan-African right there?
And you have a good one, Tariq. Talk to you later.
All right. There you go. Okay. Don't you dare sit up telling us what we can't trace our joint back to. The hell out of here. I saw a video of some tether talking about we can't. Most FBAs don't know you can't go past your great grandparents. Man, please, dude, I can go down to my family where my family's buried to the cemetery and show you tombstones that go to the 1800s. Sure, we don't even have to dig up the paperwork. I can take you to the damn cemetery and show you where my family is and how far they go back. We know. Yeah, we ain't confused. We know where our families are. We know how far they go back. We got cemeteries here. We got birth certificates. We got death certificates. We got slave records, freedmen rolls, the dolls rolls. Well, we got all that stuff. Well, they love projecting on us. Let me get my brother Sage in here. Sage, hop on, Sage. Sage, hop on, sir. Brother Sage, if you're in the building, hop on, my brother. Mr. Sage. Sage. Oh, something's going on with your joint.
You got me?
There you go, brother.
How's everything, big bro? Well, first of all, good to hear, brother. Good to hear. First of all, I wanted to say this because you spoke on something that was important before Bushmeat got up here. You spoke on your legacy and everything that you brought to the game and everything that you brought to your people. And I want to say this: Planet Hollywood. You've been in New York, so you know what I'm talking about. Oh, excuse me, Planet Harlem. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Planet Harlem. That has been a success, and I just want to say, without saying too much, that won't be the last mural with your face on it in New York, and I'll see to that. People, when I tell you, white people are even, taken aback by that. So, brother, you deserve it, and you deserve much more, and more will be coming your way.
Man, much respect, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, shout out to Planet Harlem. They got me on the mural out there in Harlem. I had to take when I was out there, took my kids, had to stun on them. They're like, look at Dad is on the wall. That's right. Shout out to Harlem. Love Harlem. Love Harlem. That's like one of my second homes, and I absolutely love Harlem. Harlem has always put me on, man. My books, when I start writing books, they got popular in Harlem. They would sell my books on the corners in Harlem. Y'all remember back in the day, the 90s, 2000s, early, they had the cats on the corners with the books. They would have all types of books and lectures, VHS tapes, and They would have all that stuff out on Harlem. They have it out there on 125th Street. Yeah, it was cracking. So that really got a lot of my work out there. Yeah, so Harlem has always put me on, man. Alan, what's up, Alan?
Man, you really ain't talking about a lineage, like you're talking about a bloodline. Before Christ, after Christ.
Okay.
I mean, bloodlines. It's all about the bloodline, bro.
Alan, where you from, brother?
Way out in the deep.
The deep where? What state you in?
No worries. But I mean, it's all about the bloodline, bro. I mean, if you like, they got this shit now where you can like trace your bloodline down, right? Before Christ, after Christ. I'm telling you, BCAC.
Alan, are you a Caucasian gentleman?
I'm just telling you, man. You can trace your bloodline down now. Now we ain't talking about lineages, which I heard you talking about other boy. We talking about before Christ, after Christ.
Okay, you are. I'm looking at your picture. You're Caucasian. Okay. Okay. Where's your family from, Alan? Alan, where's your family from? You're a Caucasian gentleman. That's fine. Where's your family from? I'm looking at your picture.
Norway.
From Norway. Okay. So what's this whole bloodline Christ thing? What's that about?
I mean, have you ever traced your bloodline down? Did one of these things where you send your stuff in and get it checked out, bro?
Yeah,
It'll tell you your bloodline now, for real. And like it's before Christ, after Christ.
They don't say that. Usually it just goes to about three.
It will. If you're before Christ, it will tell you.
No, basically it just tells you
your bloodline. No, it's bloodline. It ain't lineage, bro.
Basically it says Africa, Europe, and Asia. It's gonna point.
That is not what it. You ain't done one then.
I'm talking about the regular DNA test, brother Allen.
No, I'm talking about it. Okay.
Your bloodline. Does your bloodline go to Christ?
Before Christ.
Your bloodline goes before Christ.
Yes, sir.
In what country?
Over in Norway, somewhere.
Norway? Okay. So you go all the way up to the Neanderthals, because it was basically before Christ, a bunch of Neanderthals basically damn near up there in Norway. Norway wasn't a thing in the BC era. It was a bunch of roving tribes running around. So I'm trying to see how your lineage would go to a place with a bunch of roving tribes. Huh? They didn't really have no static society up there in Northern Europe at the time. We had the Sami people.
Nah, you was talking about something different though. Like I was talking about before Christ, after Christ.
Okay, you said before Christ. You said before Christ, your joint goes to Norway. That's kind of hard to trace because the tribes were roaming around up there. You didn't have really static society.
Presbyterian, bro.
That's what?
Presbyterian.
Okay, you're just saying random words, sorry.
No, I'm not. Presbyterian. Look it up.
Like, what does that mean? What does that mean?
That means, goddamn, my bloodline is Presbyterian.
Okay, what does that mean, sir? What does that mean, Mr. Allen?
Look it up in the dictionary, sir.
Okay, you tell me what it means, sir, because you're just saying random words.
I'm not saying random words, though.
Brother Allen, have you been toking on the meth pipe?
I was over in Uganda talking on that shit, bro.
You were in Uganda toking on meth? Are you still toking on the meth? Mr. Allen?
Look, all you gotta do is look it up and tell me.
Are you looking up more meth?
A lot of these people come on here and just babble. You see what I'm saying? This is a time wasting, drunk ass conversation, more or less. You see what I'm saying? These people get on here and just do a bunch of babbling and ain't pointless conversation.
No, I got all my teeth.
Okay, but you probably didn't smoke all your teeth out, but sounds like you've been toking on that pipe. Do we need to get you a little intervention?
What kind of intervention we doing?
Well, we got to get you off that narcotic if you're on the pipe. We don't need you on that pipe. We need you to.
I mean, God, pray Jesus. Get off the pipe.
Right. We're going to have to pray you off that pipe. Do we need to take.
Yeah, pray to Jesus and get off this pipe.
Do we need to take you to a little Sunday school or something to have the preacher talk to you? Do we need to lay hands?
I doubt it, bro. Kids' first day of school was today. I doubt it.
Well, okay, we'll get a little prayer circle for you if we need to get that pipe up out you. All right. We can do a little prayer.
Look, I'm just telling you, look it up, bro. Everybody has a bloodline. And there's some that have it before Christ, some that have it after Christ.
Right. Right. Okay, Alan, I kind of don't want you to get off the phone because I don't want you to go hit that meth, because it sounds like the minute you get off the phone, you're going to take you a nice, good toke. And I kind of want you to not do that. Go ahead and just dump all the meth out. You don't need no more meth. That meth that's not the call.
Sure. Lift me up, sir.
I won't lift you up, brother. You don't need no meth. We're going to get that meth spirit off you. We don't need it. You're going to have a great blessing in your life. You're going to have a great day. Your family is going to be prosperous. You don't need to be a tool of the devil. Get that satanic spirit of drugs off of you and your family. Prosper and be thorough in life, my brother. All right? All right, Alan?
Amen.
Amen, my brother. You have a good one. All right. Yeah, I kind of felt bad for the dude. That sounds like the pipe for real. That's pipe talk. Yeah, that's pipe talk right there. That's why I'm trying to be a little sensitive there. And I'm looking at his picture, and he looks all skinny and smoked up. So yeah, man, that's the pipe. He's reaching out for an intervention. Good Lord, man. Oh man, we get all types of people. We're gonna have to get a little prayer circle in here. We gotta, pray some of these little spirits up off people. That's why people come around Foundation of Black Americans. They try to, we got like that Majara spirit. It draws people in. They need, just like GT, he's up here. He's trying to get that musty spirit off of him. And it's hard. It's hard. I've been trying to pray it off of him. But boy, the devil is a liar. Well, the devil is powerful when it comes to that. But, we try to get everybody's spirits right. All right. Let's get King Naho. Let's get King Naho in here. King, what's up?
Tyree.
What's up, King?
Man, this Chief Dusty Wolf.
What's up?
You probably hear me? Yeah, this Chief Dusty Wolf right here, right?
Dusty, where you? Where you?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
You know what, man? I've been wanting to. Me and my family, we've been talking about going out to Oakland. How far is Ole from Tulsa?
Shit, it's probably about like 2 hours, 3 hours.
Okay, because we want to go. I want to go and check out a lot of those historic Black towns. I really want to go out there and check out towns. But what's on your mind, Chief?
All right, so tomorrow, right, we going to the Watermelon Festival, right, in Chickasaw Nation. That's what we doing tomorrow.
The Watermelon Festival in the Chickasaw territory with the Chickasaw Nation. You know what I'm saying? A watermelon festival with a bunch of Negroes is probably the most diabolical thing I've heard of it. Well, that is so stereotypical, but I'm pretty sure it's a real thing. Watermelon's good.
All right, so tomorrow, right, we going to the Watermelon Festival, right, in Chickasaw Nation. That's what we doing tomorrow.
Okay.
You feel me? So it's gonna be a few day event, right? You know what I'm saying, for the people, right? But hey, man, like when we talk about the Watermelon Festival, and see Tyreek, you didn't pull up at bowling, like you wasn't there. Like I thought you go lock with me. We was gonna link up, and right, that ain't happen. Okay.
Yeah, I do. Like I said, I'm gonna go out to Oklahoma, but there's a lot of stuff that I see, and I've never been to Oklahoma before. So I want to go to some of those historic Black towns because, again, and thank you for the call, Chief. Most of the Black towns that were formed in the U.S. were formed in Oklahoma. So I would like to go out there and check that out.
Yeah, a lot of those towns, especially like in the West Coast, was definitely Oklahoma became a staple for Negro, Aboriginal, or Black American towns. And so, just like Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood, Durham, Wilmington, North Carolina, these particular places also were staples simultaneously at the same time as these other places was being booming cities and towns.
Oh man, anyway, but let me get out of here, man, because it's getting heavy. It's getting heavy. Man, everybody go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Everybody give a contribution to the Hidden History Museum. Get the book Hidden.
And listen, though, I don't think a lot of people understand how crucial or important it is to respect your lineage and understand the culture and how you built these particular places with your blood, sweat, and tears. Us as Aboriginal or FBA Americans, we got to understand that. You see what I'm saying? I think a lot of people overlook our ingenuity, our innovations, or either they do see it and they just want to latch on to you. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like this whole Pan-African conversation. These guys are like parasites. They want us to be so diaspora conversation. Now it's starting to become crazy to me. You know, the reason a lot of these cities even act the way they act today is mainly because of this diaspora, quote unquote, Pan African conversation. You see what I'm saying? So let's get into this next clip we got lined up for y'all and let's lock in. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Subscribe to the channel. This is the Foundational Aboriginal. The Foundation Black American Cultural Podcast. So make sure y'all yeah, appreciate that. Go.
Is I got a Jamaican homeboy, and and every time I ask him, "Is you ever gonna go back to Jamaica or whatever?" He'd be like, "Man, I ain't going back around them." That's what he be saying. He said, man, he got here. He said he became conscious in America, and it's hard for him to go back to live around that coonery. He said that be going on out there.
Man.
So that's all I wanted to touch on, though. I'm gonna go back in the background.
Thank you so much, brother. But yeah, like I said, listen, a lot of them, people like Revenue and others, they got a problem with us acknowledging indigenous lineage. And we're not saying that we're all in, we're mixed. We had ethnogenesis because a lot of the tether class, they be on TikTok lying. Listen, the FBAs, they said they ain't African at all. They is Native American, and I want to debunk that. So they got just thousands of videos of them debunking fake narratives that nobody said. And there is a lot of cloud chasing. Listen, for the 1,000th time, foundational Black Americans, yes, we have African DNA. We have African ancestry. Many of us have also Native indigenous ancestry.
See, that's where I kind of disagree. And I believe that he only saying that because of the out of Africa theory. I think we just got to dive into these bags. You feel me? And start getting into the nitty gritty because science is going against this whole we all come from Africa conversation. And it all started with some DNA found amongst the American Negro in North Carolina by the name of Albert Purdy. You see what I'm saying? So when we start taking things like that into consideration, we got to understand that. You see what I'm saying? A lot of these people are parasites. They're bloodsuckers. They want us to be attached to Africa and all these things. And we're not African genetics. That's a story, just like the same lie and story about everything else that they try to give you. You know what I'm saying? So we're here to challenge the narrative. Shout out to everybody that does have maybe African ancestry, but the vast majority of so-called Black Americans have no African ancestry. And I'm standing on that.
Ancestry. We do. We had an ethnogenesis here. We had an ethnogenesis here on this land. We became a new group. We became a new lineage. That's what makes us foundational Black Americans. So we're not generic Africans. We're not denying African ancestry. Some people say some people ain't got no African ancestry as me. I know Waka Flocka, he was like, yeah, I'm from this Indian tribe. I ain't got none. Look, I have African DNA. Many of us do. But I'm not a continental African. I'm a foundational Black American. It's not hard. Just like a damn Jamaican, they got African DNA, but they had an ethnogenesis and they're now Jamaican. But the thing is, a lot of them have an issue with us acknowledging our ethnogenesis because, see, that challenges the whole Pan-African narrative, you see. And that, to them, they think it undermines their immigrant identity leverage. You see, because, see, they'll lean on that direct African lineage, you see. And if we can claim African and indigenous roots in America, you see, now we have something exclusive. You see, and then that diminishes that whole pure.
See, trying to claim African genetics while claiming to be American, I have to say that's almost tetherish behavior within itself. Now, it's okay if our people do have these particular African lineage, but I'm saying that the vast majority of people don't. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, I think we got to do our own due diligence. If you're finding African in your lineage, that's cool. But I think a lot of people jump to conclusions that they're finding African because they're finding slave. They're finding POW. You're not finding African in the 1800s, especially the early and mid 1800s on any census because the term African wasn't used. So if you just because you're saying Black, that's not synonymous with African. So I want to know, how do people jump to the conclusion that they have Africans in their lineage? That's what I'm curious.
For African thing, because, see, they need us to be generic Africans. It's very imperative so that we are generic Africans so that they can feel like they have a superiority thing over us. The continental Africans and a lot of the Caribbeans who retain a lot of Africanness in the Caribbean. Bobby Hemmett used to talk about this. He talked about how a lot of the Caribbeans actually retain a lot of things from Africa, even though they had somewhat of an ethnogenesis. So if we are some watered down generic African, they can claim to be more African than us. Myron Gaines said that before, by the way. Myron Gaines was like, I'm more African American than them niggas. And he's an anti-Black piece of crap racist. So this is why the term foundational Black American bothers people like him. Because, see, now they can't play that game on us. You see? And also, when we use the term foundational Black American, and we admit that we had established roots in America before the transatlantic slave trade, see, that kind of contradicts the idea that all of us are just descendants of slave exports from Africa. So it forces a more nuanced conversation about foundational Black American ethnogenesis, about our resilience and our autonomy. See, that really kills the whole we're kind of sort of immigrants narrative, because, see, they like to sit up and play the whole game. Well, all of us are immigrants, y'all too. The only real people are the red Native Americans, which basically they've been absorbed into either white society, Mexican society, and Black society. Let's be real. The Native Americans, many of them today, they classify themselves as white or Black. If they've been absorbed into white society, what makes you think they weren't absorbed in Black society? You see? So we got to really, really understand where all this stuff comes from. Let's get Miss Boykin. Miss Boykin, hop on in, Miss Boykin. Miss Boykin Spaniel. Hop on in, Miss Boykin.
Hi, good early morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, ma'am?
I'm enjoying life. Listen, I appreciate you breaking everything down about the ethnogenesis.
Yes.
And this is something very important when we're peeling back the onion layers, if you will. And we're having to specifically delineate. And this is why we specifically delineate. It is because of what we have in our DNA that makes us unique and makes our lineage unique and distinct from the Caribbean blacks and from the continental Africans. When I go into and I enter into rooms with other Black Americans who see this, we can dismiss this Pan-African brainwashing foolery. And it works because you have to put out there to the Pan-Africanist. If you look at our genetic structure, you look at our physiological structure, in addition to our social, cultural, and historical aspects, we are a unique people.
Yes.
And that bothers Pan-Africanists more than anything else. That really gets under their skin because they have nothing concrete that they can use to tie in whatever ideological nonsense that they're using to justify propping up this whole idea that Black Americans, freedmen and freedwomen, have anything in common with continental Africans and people from the Caribbean. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, this is to hit on some good points, man. Again, they always try to force that thing, and it's always when they try to force that Pan-African stuff, it's always some non-FBAs doing that. You see, because see, when we acknowledge our FBA lineage and indigenous lineage along with the African lineage as well, see, that threatens Pan-African control over the Black historic narratives. See, when we acknowledge indigenous roots and foundational Black American history, see, that shifts power away from the Pan-African gatekeepers who try to speak for all Black people.
You hear that? When you claim your indigenous roots, it strips away the said power of these Pan-African pro-Black groups try to use over us. This is why it's crucial. This is why it's very crucial to delineate.
Over the Black historic narratives. See, when we acknowledge indigenous roots and foundational Black American history, see, that shifts power away from the Pan-African gatekeepers who try to speak for all Black people. You understand? And basically, when they try to speak for us, it's all about, yeah, Black people have suffered, so give us some money so we can give it to Africa. You dig? Give us some more immigrant benefits because, yeah, we all Black, yeah, Pan-African. So, yeah, give us some benefits when we get over there with the FBAs. You see? So that they don't like that. They don't like that we are claiming our ethnogenesis because, see, they think, well, it's going to cut off the goodies for them. That's going to cut off all of them damn benefits that they've been getting under Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism, we don't rock with it like that now because basically all that means is them coming over here eating off us. Tell me what else does it mean in practical terms? Let's just be real. The Pan-Africans ain't never over in Africa. They ain't never there. What you see a bunch of Pan-Africans over here making videos about us. The FBA niggas, I hate them. They hate Africa. You were in Ohio, brother. You were in Cincinnati chilling. You're not even in Africa. You over here. You see? So listen, when we claim our foundational Black American lineage, see, that dismantles the whole idea and that narrative that we owe our culture to Africa. That's been another con game because we used to fall for that bullshit. We sit up here and we've created all of these different cultures and all of these great things, and then we've basically attributed all of it to Africa. We let the dominant society and Pan-Africanists pick it up and then attribute it to Africa. Everything we did, we had to give it to some African tribe. No, because see, that's where the culturalist narrative comes from. We set up here giving all of our stuff away and not claiming it as our own ethnic group, while other groups are looking at themselves as different. We're giving away all of our inventions. Then they turn around, well, look, nigga, I have everything and you have no culture. And we say, you know what? Let's do this, because we started noticing something. We sat up here giving all of our stuff to Africa and thinking that we got some big global unity thing. And the minute these people get anything positive, the minute they win an award, the minute they get a PhD, the minute they get a scholarship, all of a sudden they go out of their damn way to differentiate themselves from us. I am Ugandan. Shout out to Uganda. I just won the championship. This is a lovely day for Kenya, my Kenyan people. Boy, you make sure to take your wins. And boy, they ran a con game on us, family, for a long ass time. They were taking all of our wins and hoarding it, and then taking all of their wins and hoarding it for themselves. But they ran a con game on us, man. And we say, you know what? Delineation time. Since you're shouting out all of your wins, we're going to do that with all of our wins. We're going to take everything back. We're going to correctly attribute where it all came from. We're going to do some straightening. And now everybody's kicking and screaming. But that's the new norm. That is the new norm, ladies and gentlemen. And they feel like that takes power away from Africans and Caribbeans. Yeah. That's why we need to reconnect. Oh, we need to come together. Yeah, okay. All right, but when you come together, you're gonna respect our lineage. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna respect FBA lineage. Yeah. Let me get some more folks in here. Shout out to everybody in here. Let's get JD.
I just think people deny the fact that a lot of these cultural groups need our energy, and they're literally been energy harvesting. They literally been energy harvesting off a lot of our people. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man, shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. I think we just gotta focus on what's really going on amongst our people. But we got some more to get into. I ain't gonna hold y'all too much longer. I mean, we got a lot more to get into.
Elliot in the building. What's up, JD?
This clip in a second.
Damn, there's a lot of y'all in here. We in here heavy as hell. We got over 2,000 people in here. What's up, Jay? How are you, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. I was kind of hoping you would piggyback on that from yesterday's caller about that one man Enrico in regards to P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because actually that proves his guilt. Because history would have convicted P. Diddy for hiring those thousands of male and female prostitutes. And the reason why is because in 2008, the DC Madam got convicted of the same thing on RICO for hosting a multi-million-dollar prostitution ring. Now, she said she had a black book full of names of Hollywood celebrities, everybody. And they caught a U.S. Senator Vitter, and they caught a Christian conservative because he had to resign. But they allowed her to be free before she got sentenced. And when you know, she got John Epstein in her mother's home. So, and that black book was never heard or mentioned again until I mentioned it. So they failed to charge the wrong person. They failed to charge the escort service. Had they charged the escort service, then the escorts would have been top tiers of a criminal organization. And that would have felt where P. Diddy would have felt guilty to.
No, but got him because the thing is he wasn't making money off prostitution. See, hey, I don't know if you're talking about Heidi Fleiss. I don't know. That's
Deborah Palfrey.
Okay. Because there's been a couple of high-profile madams where they're making money. That's where the criminal enterprise is. They're making money off the illegal activity. Diddy wasn't making money off of it. He was a trick. He was just tricking off money.
Yeah, he was hiring though. That was the part. He was hiring. If he would have hired from Deborah Palfrey, he would have been guilty.
But he's not running the enterprise, though. Yeah, that's the thing. He's not because they were trying to make it seem like Bad Boy was a criminal enterprise, and they overreached. He wasn't. He just wasn't. He wasn't.
Right. Right. Let me bring it back to the Howard Street Boys, because remember what I told you about them about a couple of months ago, and how wide a statute that Jesse County Prosecutor Layton used to get those boys locked up for life. That's what I wanted to piggyback on, and that's why I was originally mad, because I felt bad for those brothers. They're still locked up under a normal judge sentencing laws. They'd be out today, because since they tried RICO, they in life for prison. Now that RICO statute is very, very wide. They still have articles on it on Flint Journal. It's Howard Street Boys, RICO, Flint, Michigan. You could pull up that one article, and that RICO statute was so, it would have dragged P. Diddy in a heartbeat just for doing business with any one of those escorts. That would have pulled him in, because they pulled that one dude. He wasn't even a member of Howard Street Boys. He was just selling crack for them. But when they arrested them all, he fought RICO, saying he wasn't a member of the organization, and under that statute, they convicted him, and he's still in prison for life.
There you go. All right, thank you, brother. He made money off doing something illegal, though. He was making money off the crack, whether he was with the group or not. That's how they kind of tied them all in. They were all making money. Money was being generated from the illegal activity. The thing with Diddy, I knew they weren't going to get him on no damn RICO. Diddy is not making money off the escorts. He wasn't making money off the dudes. Yeah, so that was some shit. They were trying to set a precedent to test how far they could push the RICO. I'm glad it failed, because that would have been a horrible precedent to set. So they were trying to test the limit of that damn janky ass RICO.
I can dig it.
That's what it sounds like to
Where
me.
you going, Root Work Jones?
Trying to test the how far they can push the envelope and try to get people screwed up with this little RICO, which shouldn't even been brought up in this weak ass of a case. To be honest, it should have never even been brought up as that weak of a case. I want to get into this next segment. This is from some stuff I seen on other social media platforms. So I'm gonna pull it up real quick. Let's get into it. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Hit that like button. Let's go. Listen to this conversation.
And this is also something I cannot get used to, is the begging culture.
Hey man, bro, not lying about Jamaica right here. I was never gonna speak on this, but I gotta speak on this. The thirst in Jamaica is real. Let me give you this story. Look, so I'm the average black person that grew up not really knowing my heritage. I knew my mother's side, the Natchez Indians. I didn't know anything about my father's side of the family, even though I do know my father. He just never knew his father, really. So he knew his sisters kind of, but we never knew that side of the family. He didn't know anything about them. As I got older, I want to learn about my heritage. I reach out to my father's side of the family. They informed me that I'm Jamaican. My father's father was Jamaican, straight off the boat, because back then it was a boat. This man came here, had a bunch of children, made some money, never had bank accounts, nothing. But that's not the point. So look, I found out what's going on. I found out, okay, I'm 25% of Jamaican, 75% Native American. Yes, Natchez Indians. This is what the Natchez Indians look like. If you want a story about the Natchez Indian explaining why we in Chicago and why we not in Natchez or Vidalia, Louisiana, I'll explain it to you. Let me know in the comments and I'll break that down for you too. So look, I go home to Jamaica. Never been. I done contacted the family out there and everything. Let me tell you, it went bad from getting off the plane. I get off the plane, I get outside, I'm waiting. Ain't nobody come to pick me up from the airport. It's hot. It's hot. It's a bunch of dark-skinned motherfuckers trying to get me in their cabs and shit. And nobody's talking to me really explaining shit, because as soon as I hear them talk, I don't know.
This is exactly how it is. This is how it is. I'm going to run this back just a little bit, just so y'all can have an understanding. I want to run this back just a little bit. I want to run this back just a little bit.
Why we in Chicago and why we not in Natchez or Vidalia, Louisiana.
He's talking about his mixed heritage, man. Majority, 75% Aboriginal, and having a little bit of Jamaican Caribbean lineage. Now, peep the begging culture that's what's inside of them. Now, mind you, they're getting online in 2025, wagging their crusty fingers at us, talking about we're begging. They're tired of the begging, black fatigue.
And I'll break that down for you too. So look, I go home to Jamaica. Then I done contacted the family out there and everything. Let me tell you, it went bad from getting off the plane. I get off the plane, I get outside, I'm waiting. Ain't nobody come to pick me up from the airport. It's hot. It's hot. It's a bunch of dark-skinned motherfuckers trying to get me in their cabs and shit. And nobody's talking to me really explaining shit because as soon as I hear them talk, I don't know what the fuck they saying. You understand what I'm saying? I don't speak patois. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't at the time, at least. So look, whatever. I had to catch a motherfucking route taxi from the airport to Halfway Tree and catch a local bus from Halfway Tree to Port Antonio and then catch a route taxi from Port Antonio to motherfucking Fair. This is what I had to do to meet my people. Then when I get there, it was all this excuse. Motherfuckers act like they forgot I came or they what all this, but I talked to them before I got on the plane. I made a phone call. Check this out. These motherfuckers act like they didn't have a vehicle, but when I got there, all the cousins and everybody pulled up in a motherfucking vehicle to see me. Cuz, what up, brother? And they talk, man, they calling me shit. They calling me Jamaican, all type of shit. They had names and jokes. Then I'm starting to realize after a couple days, it's some feelings going around. I could tell niggas just don't like me. There's a problem with me being there. You know, don't get me wrong. It was cool at first when they was asking for shit and I spent a couple dollars, but then I slowed that down like the second day. Man, I ain't come out here to spend money on you. I came out here for the hoes and the culture and the food. I ain't fucking come out here for you, Hendrick. So hear what I'm saying, though.
Dude funny as hell. You can tell he's from Chicago. Oh, yeah, Joe funny as hell.
So look, motherfuckers is, I'm just noticing, like, I don't know. It's just I could tell there's some attitude. And then motherfuckers tell me out there, like one of my little cousins, a female, she tell me the family looking at me weird because this is my grandfather land. I'm like, what? They like, yeah, your grandfather, it was left to him by his father. And now them think you're here to take the property. And I'm like, I didn't even know it was mine. I ain't know nothing about it at all. I don't even care. So I called my auntie back here in Chicago. I told her what's going on. She said, don't speak on it. I said, what? She said, don't talk about it. Don't ask questions about the land. Don't make no suggestions. I said, why not? She said, they're going to dead you, boy, right there. I said, what? She said, you speak about the land, them going to dead you. That's exactly what she said. And I'm not even understanding what's going on still. So I just didn't care. I didn't bring it up. I didn't want to live in that shit anyhow. It was kind of weird to me that they got this. It wasn't a big piece of land, but it was a big ass house on there, like 4 stories. And every floor was a different part of the family living there. It wasn't like they all live together how we do. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Because if you looked at the pictures and shit, it started off as a concrete block, which motherfuckers lived in this spot. Then they added this extension, then a top floor, then a floor on top of the top floor. And I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, I was mad. Not mad about that. I was mad that we can't do that shit here. I'm serious as shit. We gotta buy shit whole, spend hundreds of thousands, but they could just build they could build their shit up. Whatever. So look, I'm not caring about that, but I'm noticing now I see why the aggression is there, right? I'm out in my business, and now I even got the locals who they friends begging from me every day, every fucking way I go. Mid General, you give me a bun and cheese, like all type of shit. Like I go to the bar, you give me a rum and boom. Like I was every motherfucking day till one day I'm with the one nigga in my family I like, the one roster. He just flipped out on everybody. Don't ask him for nothing else. Just went the fuck. I don't speak patois, so I'm not trying to do the accent. He just went the fuck off. Don't ask him for nothing. He did that little suck his teeth or whatever. He kissed his teeth, and somebody said something. It's the first time I ever heard it. That nigga said, "Go suck your mother, big fat." Rise clot, pussy clot, and I'm looking at him like, oh, them fighting words. And niggas is yelling, and next thing you know, they started throwing rocks at each other. Swear to God, they was right here in each other's face. I'm thinking it's finna go down. My man say something else. And I'm like, oh shit, these niggas throw rocks. But I'm telling you, bro, it just confused me being there in general. When I tell you these motherfuckers begged this shit out of me, bro, they begged me when I was broke. I had motherfuckers on YouTube sending me motherfucking Western Unions. My mama, I had niggas putting money. I had the brothers sending me money like they put money on my books to eat. And these motherfuckers, they see me going, I'm eating jerk chicken backs and saltfish fritters and getting soup and walk. I'm eating the cheapest shit available. And these motherfuckers think I'm lying. They looking at me like, him got something. Motherfucker call me a roast breadfruit. Yeah, because I ain't want to live like them. I'm a roast breadfruit. That means I'm white on the inside, black on the outside. Fuck them. I'm serious as shit. Man, and then I got sick from a mosquito. I got all this going on. Everybody begging. I can't walk nowhere without ants biting me. And I get bit by a mosquito, had me sick for 4 days. I thought I was finna pass away. I thought I was dearly departed out this bitch. and they was still begging. I'm laying there, I got one of them green cold mosquito things you light. I'm laid up in this bitch, sweating, feeling my stomach, feeling like it want to come out, but not in a nice throw up type of way. I'm feeling fucked up, man. And these motherfuckers in there, hey, Gus, hey, buy me a drink. You buy me a red stripe? You buy me a red stripe? These niggas, I am nothing to these motherfuckers. I am absolutely nothing. They seen an American family member and all they saw was money. To this day, I done been back to Jamaica every year. I stayed for the whole winter. I ain't visited them since the first time. They see me in passing. They always see me. And I'll look at them too, like, partner. Yeah, they ain't gonna say shit to me now. Lessons have been learned. I'm this close with the Don. I fucks with Spraga, nigga. Winifred Beach, Spraga. Fuck. I'm telling you, big up yourself, brother. I'm trying to told you, I ain't scared of them niggas. I was at first, though. You gotta understand, there's a whole country niggas walking with machetes. I thought these was like some samurai shits. I'm not knowing it's just for gardening. But these niggas walk with them. And I seen a nigga get spanked with a machete. Like slapped across his face. Foul! And he didn't get cut. I'm telling you, Jamaica's not a real place. I don't care what nobody tell you. And fuck the whole family. I don't care. Fuck the picnic. Fuck all of them. And they gonna see this and they ain't gonna say shit. You know why? Because that's Jamaica. I can get the whole family deleted for $1,200. Stop playing with me, boy. Follow me for more.
The thing that really pisses me off about living in Jamaica, and this is also something I cannot get used to, is the begging culture.
Hey, man, bro not lying about Jamaica right here. I was never going to speak on this, but I got to speak on this. The thirst in Jamaica is real. Let me give you this story. Look, so I'm the average black person that grew.
So we ain't going to get back into it. I'm going to go to the next segment. Like I said, that's just a whole crucial story within itself. You know what I mean? And these are starting to become a dime of a dozen type of conversation. The begging culture amongst these tethered immigrant classes is uncanny. You see what I'm saying? But yet we're looked at and they come here and they call us the beggars. You see what I'm saying? We got to do better. And a lot of these Caribbeans are actually speaking up against their own people. You see what I'm saying? My fellow own people, and I think that's
a pan-African
crucial to our understanding. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let's get into the conversation right now. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Hit that like button, thumb up the video, support the channel. We're gonna get into it, and we're gonna rock this thing.
I be seeing these debates between.
I do want y'all to hit that like button real quick though. All right, let's get it on the screen. Here we go.
My fellow Jamaicans to the front.
Black American.
I don't know why.
Boycotting all the Black American business.
My fellow Jamaicans to the front, and come to the rotted front right now, because this is an ongoing problem of this whole bootlicking and licky nature. That a lot of you uneducated, spineless, rotted, dumbass, dunce-ass Jamaicans have when it comes to foreign people stealing culture and claiming to be something that they are not. And it needs to be constantly addressed because of the too rotted, fool and spineless and rotted licky for people who would never, ever do the same for Uno. And I know what the rotted me I talk about. I give you a story, you see it? I give you a story. Boom. Going to one store. Jamaican store, not owned by black Jamaicans. Right? Because I tend to support black people on the whole. Black American, black whoever, black Jamaican. Black Jamaican store going to Zit, not owned by black Jamaicans. Not a problem. We know say enough time Chinese people will own them store and thing, and them know say in America Jamaican products is a big thing, is a money making thing. Is it? Going to the store did not put on because I've been in America for so long, I now have an American accent. So it's not going to be easy to pick up that I'm a Jamaican. You see it? Some sets of boom. Pick up my things and go right to the cashier and start cash out the things them, you see it? So, you know, I start to talk with the cashier, Chinese person, you see it? So this Chinese person don't speak a lick of English but claiming to be Jamaican. All right, cool. That's one of the main problems that we have. You understand? People claiming to be something that they are not, don't even speak the language of Jamaica. A lot of people don't even understand that the fact that we were colonized by the British is one of the main reasons why we speak standard Queen's English right now. You see me? A lot of Jamaican people can speak way much more properly than a lot of so-called English-speaking white people in America. And there's a reason why I said white people. Because I've never seen black people act a certain way when it comes to English and stuff like that. It's always white people going on like, oh, you speak so well. Oh, no, you don't. Your grammar is horrible. But not to stray away from the point, I want to get right back into the meat of the matter right now. You see it? So, striking up the conversation, speaking like an American with the American accent, and saying, hey, you know, I'd like to go to Jamaica one of these days, you know, blah, 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 blah. But I hear that, you know, because he's acting like he's a Jamaican, claiming that he's a Jamaican, can barely speak English most of the time that he's even talking. And a lot of you know what I'm talking about. When them talking and them can barely speak English, like one or two words in English, but he's claiming to be Jamaican. You know, said never did even live down there. You see it? So, you know, I'm saying that, you know, I'd like to go there and, you know, experience the culture of Jamaica. I heard that you guys have such a rich culture. And, you know, but I heard that, you know, also crime and violence is an issue. And he looked at me and he said, well, it's only the black Jamaican them is the problem. Again, I'm going to repeat this to you. It's only the black Jamaican them is the problem. So, immediately, I turn it up. I say, oh, I see it now. So you're only Jamaican when it is convenient to you. Because I thought that you all thought this motto meant that we were one people. So why is it that all of a sudden it is black Jamaicans? Oh, so now you're not out of many one people. You're just a culture vulture who comes to the US, get Jamaican products, pretend to be Jamaican, and steal Jamaican dollars in that way, shape, or form. And the Jamaican identity in that shape or form. And many of these freaking white people, Polish, German, Russian, whoever, come down to the freaking country, go up on TikTok, go up on Instagram, and get them likes, clicks, and views, steal the freaking language, don't know the roots of the language, barely know 2 words in the freaking language other than what they've been told by other people. Because a lot of Jamaicans, I can bet you, if you were to really and truly sit down in a circle with a lot, and I'm talking, and everybody know the stinking little white dirty girl them. You see me? I'm not saying it that way there. The stinking little white Russian girl, we're up there, run for your friggin' mouth and pretend to be something that she's damn well not. You're not a Jamaican. You will never be a Jamaican. You are a citizen of Jamaica. You're not a Jamaican. To be a Jamaican is skin color, blood, and culture. Which part of the friggin' culture you white people build? Which part of the culture you white people contribute and build? This is why we talk about the thing when black Americans are basically defending their culture from freaking culture vultures. And people get mad at them for doing it. You see me? People get mad at them for doing it. Why is it that we get mad at black people, black Americans, for defending them rotted culture when we look as Jamaicans and see it happening? people pretending to be something that they obviously are not. Obviously are not. When people think about Jamaicans, then think about the stereotypical Jamaican. Right? Then think about dreadlocks, rough accent, and pure BC and RC are cuss up all over the place. I'm not a person that love to curse bad words. And I tell people all the time, there was one point in time I was coaching, and I was at one side of the gym, and all I could hear was little white boys using my friggin' language as friggin' entertainment. And I had to go over to them and say, yo, you can't do that. That's not a safe word for little boys to be yelling out. And me tell you, say, all these dumbass Jamaicans too will come up at freaking America and make white people and other people just use the language as freaking entertainment. And not understand the pain that we went through as a people to create that ratted language. And get where? Like say some 50 cent gal. When you know no effing sense on the goddamn head. When you too ratted licky for everything that's foreign. So effing fool sometime. When you too ratted fool, man. I'm freaking licky up here. No found me see it. Me see no found the licky. From the skin color look right in a licky no rotted cloth. A pee cluck underneath every friggin' thing with white. But not a goddamn rotted pride in yourself. Friggin' set of idiots. Goddamn set of dunces. You understand? Come America, yo, me frightened for white skin, you know. Yeah, white girl. Yo, me cuss too bad word. Yo, because me know say them love the bad word, you know, you see it? John know a star. Me know say them love the, yo, them love the accent and them love the bad word, you know, as if there is nothing else to our people that can be loved and admired. And back to the point before the video cuts off. White people that move to Jamaica, I don't care if you've had like 3 generations of children there, you're not Jamaicans. I will never see you as a Jamaican. A lot of people I know.
And we talking about divisiveness amongst our people as if we're the ones that's being heavily divisive. Obviously, these people are divisive. And I feel like he's doing the right thing as he feel like that's his right to call out those people. You see what I'm saying? That's his right to call out these people. Let's get into this next segment that we got, y'all. We got some more to get into.
Houston like 2 weeks ago, and I went to this bar, and this African guy walked up to me, and he was like, "Hey, Nigerian girl," and I just looked at him like, "Huh?" And he was like, "Yeah, you look like an Igbo girl, aren't you Nigerian?" I said, "No, I'm from America," and he was like, "You just don't know where you're from." And the thing about that is, I hate when people say stuff like that because, yes, I do know where I'm from. I'm from America. I was born and raised in America. My ancestors, are from, Africa or different parts of wherever that I don't exactly know where they're from. But me, I was born and raised over here. My mom was born and raised over here. My daddy was. My grandma was. My great grandma was. Like, we're all from America. So yes, I do know where I'm from. I'm from America. Do you walk up to black British girls and say, "Hey, you look like in such and such"? And then when they say no, I'm British, and then you're like, you just don't know where you're from. No, y'all only do that to American black women. Like, yes, I know exactly where I'm from. I was born and raised in America. Okay? I don't know why people think that black American people don't have culture. We do. We have a lot of culture that people try to steal too and emulate. There's different parts of, there's like 50 states in America. Each state has its own culture and own way of doing stuff, own style, own dances, own like everything. The only thing about, we don't really be thinking of it as culture. We just be living life. Like growing up and stuff, like I'm from Mississippi, and growing up and stuff, I didn't realize, like that my way of living was culture. I just, I was just going through life, just living, just doing things and just, stuff that was passed down to me from my grandma and my parents and stuff like that. I didn't think of it as like culture or as like I don't know, tradition. I guess tradition, yeah, but I just didn't think about it. I didn't realize it was culture, like the way we dance, the way we cook things, the way we talk, our accents, stuff like that. Like you don't think of it as culture because that's your everyday life. Some of us are not
Nah,
loud
and
enough.
that's very, very true too. When you are the culture and you just live it, and whatever you're doing is naturally the culture, you don't even know that you're doing your cultural shit. Like when we wake up and like, hey, what up, gang? Hey, shout out, twin. What you got going on, gang? Turn me up. Like when we just talk, when I say, man, we about to go do this, man, we about to pop out, hit the city. Like we're talking about cultural influences, things that we just do regularly, whether it's eating habits, what you eat traditionally. Like when you are the culture, sometimes you just live in life as the best human being, as the best Aboriginal Black American that you can be. The culture sometimes just becomes a given because we are the culture, and you living your life experience, sometimes they get pushed back or overshadowed looking at goals and things that you want to accomplish in the future. Now understanding that as they go by, as every second go by, cultural expressions is simply being expressed. You see what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody in the building. Now let's continue.
We just live in it. So yeah, Black Americans absolutely 100% have culture, and we know what we from. I'm from America. I'm a Black American. I'm proud to be a Black American. And I think that people think that like a Black person taking pride in being from America means that are um, you are you are in cahoots with white America. No, Black American culture and white America are two totally different things. Those are two totally different things. It's a layered subject, and Black American culture is very layered because, like I said, each region, each state has its own different style, own different flavor, everything. You can't group us all in as one. Like it's a big melting pot. Each state, each city has its own little culture, and I don't think one specific thing represents Black American culture. It's a bunch of shit. Okay, so like no, I'm not an Igbo girl. Maybe I look like them. They are beautiful, but I'm from America. I'm a Black American, and I'm proud of that. And I feel like Black American culture has so much history and resilience tied to it, like especially in Mississippi. Like a lot of the stuff, like the way we cook and the way we do things is like strict, like it's from survival. Like for instance, growing up, even the way we cook and stuff, like I know that like stuff like it's not healthy for you, don't get it twisted, but it's just the fact that my ancestors and my grandparents and stuff, like they took things and like they made something out of nothing because that's what they had to do. You know what I mean? And all that stuff got passed down. And is it healthy for you necessarily? Not really. But it's just the fact that like people people really had to make a way out of no way. And there's something to be proud of. They did a lot of stuff because they was trying to survive. So I'm proud to be American. Why would I want to be anything else other than what I actually am? Like, is there a lot of like trauma and stuff tied to it? Yeah, but at the end of the day, that's where I'm from. That's who I am. It is what it is. Um, Another example is like how like slaves came to America and they had to convert to Christianity, but they had certain practices like,
Nigga, the Christians that came over here was the slaves. That's what I'm trying to say. Like when you look up history, the story is false, man. The narrative is not right. It's not set in pro sale like they say it is. You see what I'm saying? For real. Hey, if y'all listening in right now to the channel, make sure y'all subscribe to the new YouTube channel. This is FBA Cultural Podcast, all capital letters, all caps, all caps. All right. So make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. We got 59 people listening to us right now on YouTube. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. We're going to be rocking out, bringing a lot of uploads, content, my social media conversations. Like I'm going on different platforms and we bringing this heat, and this is going to be the channel where we talk about it, covering everybody that's covering the culture and expression that's indulged in on the culture. So make sure y'all subscribe to the Foundational Black American Cultural Podcast, FBA Cultural Podcast, all caps. All right. Yeah. So make sure y'all subscribe. Let's continue though.
Hoodoo and stuff like that, but they weren't allowed to practice that stuff. So they had to be like secretive about it. And I just remember growing up, my grandma used to like have certain superstitions. Like whenever I used to do her hair, like I always did my grandma hair. And she always wanted me to braid her hair and stuff. I would hair shed. So whenever her hair was shed, she never wanted me to throw her hair away. She always wanted me to burn her hair on the stove because she said it was bad luck. I can't remember the specific thing she said, but she never wanted me to throw her hair away. She never wanted me to throw my hair away. She always told me to burn my hair on the stove. She had a lot of superstitions. Even though my grandma was Christian, she obviously had like some hoodoo like somewhere in our lineage. Some stuff was passed down to her, and she passed a lot of that stuff down to me. I didn't realize it was hoodoo until I got older. I don't even think she knew it was hoodoo that she was practicing. But yeah, people had to hide things that they were like practicing out of survival, because they weren't allowed to practice this stuff. So it's just so fascinating. But like I could really go down a rabbit hole talking about this stuff. But yeah, I'm a Black American woman, and I'm proud to be Black American. So stop telling Black people they don't know where they from. We do know where we from. Okay. Hello. So I was out in Houston like 2 weeks ago, and I went to this bar, and this African guy walked up to me, and he was like, "Hey,
Let me move this conversation over.
Looked at him like, huh?
And like I said, there's a lot of these type of conversations. We're gonna get into some more, man. We got a lot more to get into. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody that's subbing up to the channel. We do appreciate y'all. I do want to play this quick little clip right quick. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Shout out to Big Coop in the game. You already know the vibes. Let's get into it.
We are the unbroken memory, the feared royalty, living sovereigns of Tamari. We hold the keys to this land called America. We built the crystal cities they keep trying to erase. They don't tell you the Moors who civilized Europe came from the West, and some stayed behind. That's why their faces mirror ours. We, the kings, sailed east to civilize them, so they called us the Moors of Europe. But we were always the kings of America. This ain't just some coat of arms, listen. This is a stolen family tree from Tamari. They didn't invent royalty, they inherited ours. They parade stolen emblems. America's family tree is the blueprint they copied and claimed. We were the kings who were always here. They want you looking at Africa so you don't look right here, at your own land. So-called Indians were Moors. That's why the Creek Confederacy was so powerful. They were the original Moorish military, fighting to keep all these other groups out. They create these divisions, Moor versus indigenous, to keep us from consolidating. Don't let them cast stones and make you argue. We were already here. Think this history is new? Go look up the kings of Spain. Then go look up the kings of America. The same names, the same titles. It's all there. Just believe it. Go and look at the flags of old Europe. Then look at the banners of the Creek Confederacy. You'll see the same people, the same kings, just a different continent. They say it was us against them. But the Moorish War was us against us. We were fighting these tribes trying to get new people.
Moors are aboriginals. Come on, it's a trick. The real enemy wants you to fight over semantics so we don't look at the historical documents. We got the same mission. Tamari was a monarchy.
It turned you against the idea of imperialism, of monarchy, because the monarchy was here first, and they needed you to forget that our title of nobility is the real power.
Don't y'all read the damn treaty, son? They made a whole treaty with the Moors in 1787, government to government. They knew we were the royalty, and they wanted our trade.
All the fantasy stories about warring kingdoms, that's not a fairy tale. That's our old world. That's the ancient confederacy and the bloodline. To think the families fighting over the throne in Game of Thrones is just fantasy, that's the real story. Real story of what happened right here. On your land, Tamari, so-called America. I don't think Tolkien just made up Middle-earth. It's all a metaphor for the real war, and they buried the truth and sold it back to you as fiction. They told our own people that the Moors were the enemy, made brother turn against brother over a lie. We fought each other over stories they planted. Think about that. Listen up. The real Moorish law is about justice, truth, and lifting up our own people. It ain't about tearing each other down.
Quit arguing over semantics. Stop cherry picking Moorish law if you're not gonna help uplift fallen humanity.
Y'all laughing that we was kings while they got our family crest everywhere. The joke's on you. We are still kings. It's in the DNA. You remember this? Art imitates life. Follow original black God bringing our history back to life. This also follow Spin City and Brother Red Pill. They're showing you how to take that fire, that vision, and make it real. Dropping the knowledge you need.
Join the movement. Bring your visions to life. Help us awaken the world. The power is within you. The time is now.
Fire. Shout out to the big brother I Spy for coming through with that. We appreciate that, gang. We appreciate that, gang. We do appreciate that. You know what I mean? That was dope. Drop a fire emoji, get in the comment section. Let me know if y'all like that. Y'all let me know if y'all like that. See, everybody that's trying to push this African on us, no matter how much they try to push Africa on us, we're starting to understand and realize that we're not African at all. We're not African at all, family. So let's get into the next clip.
YouTube, trying to get some views, worry about me saying I'm not African. I'm Floridian. African is a continent, just like America is a continent. That don't make you who you are. Your heart make you who you are. Your beliefs make you who you are. Now, who your relatives is, who your mama, your daddy, who your grandparents, who they is, that's who they are. You of this, I may be descendant of Africa, I might be, but my granddad is from Canada. So when that make me Canadian, black people are from all over the world, green. Y'all talking all that shit, you looking like y'all talking all that shit, talking about your people. You don't know the same people who you claim don't even claim you. White people don't put European American in front of their name. Don't stereotype me as African American. Why every time you wonder why every time you look on an application, on a survey, on a credit report, why I gotta stipulate where you from? They trying to hold back with that shit. He looking like on this whack ass YouTube channel, running a one of them soft dissing, the other was sneak dissing. Man, and I ain't know much. When I say I'm gonna sneak your freak your get your ass, because my family, my mama, half of the family is from South Carolina, King Street, South Carolina. They have an accent like a New Orleans accent, like a Charleston accent. They sound different. So if they so much of African more than the rest of the black folks in America, then why they don't sound alike? They from what I'm told, they're Geechee. Okay. So my forefathers was Geechee. If it stands for Geechee Gullah, I don't know. I got a daddy too. But if you listen to the white man, I'm half my mama child. If all my mama children that ain't got the same daddy as me is supposed to be my half brothers and sisters. I don't believe those shit like that either. All my mama and my daddy children is my brothers and sisters. I wouldn't give a fuck what the white man say. He not gonna make me say nothing. My mama can't tell me not one story about Africa. My grandma ain't never tell me one story about no Africa. I don't know nothing about Africa. All I know is all the African people I know and run into, they think they better than us over here. So what you pussies worry about me saying that I'm not African? I'm just American. The fuck is wrong with you? You got a problem? And if your podcast, your shit. Don't bring my name up. I don't know you pussies, so I'm not bringing you name. I'm still not saying you name. So what the fuck you mean? This show you can talk about. You got my name in your mouth. Both of you looking like pussies. And I'm with the shit. I don't care how old I am. We about the same age. Oh y'all, Africa this. Ain't there one of you trying to go back to Africa? Who trying to go back to Africa? Who's trying to go back to Africa? Nobody. And for all you that's over here in America that think y'all better than the rest of us others, y'all gonna see when the time is right, y'all gonna see what they consider y'all as. Oh, y'all think y'all, cause y'all got lighter skin, or y'all speak a different language, or got a different accent, y'all think y'all gonna get treated different. Nah, it's all of us against them. Y'all better get used to it. Everybody come over here to America, talk about, cause back at home, cause back in my country, take your ass back to your country. I'm from America. They can't deport me. They can't come get me. All they can do, take me to jail for breaking the law if I do. Sentence me within the guidelines. Let my black fat ass go back home to my house in America. What's wrong with you? All y'all talking about your country. Back at home, because back at home, the food is better, the water is better, the money's worth more, it's more beautiful, it smells. Take your back where you came from. What you over here for? What are you over here for? You got a dumb ass talking about you like prison. Name play with your mama. Your mama should have swallowed you. Lame ass boy. I ain't coming. I'm not on no clown. I am born in Goose, raised in Liberty City, the Poker Bean, by way of the Poker Bean Project. Never been to Africa. What I do know is Africa is one of the richest continents. Africa is one of the richest continents in the world. But speaking of Africa, how y'all think our people got? How y'all think y'all people got to own slaves? How y'all think y'all people got to trick millions and millions of Africans to the United States? They sold them. They betrayed them. They bamboozled them. They lied to them. They hoodwinked them. That's what they did. Ain't no white man come all the way from Spain nor Europe, travel all the way to Africa to get all these and bring them to the USA with no problem. They tricked niggas, was sold by other niggas. And that's what y'all arguing over? Y'all arguing over niggas that was sold by other niggas. That's what y'all arguing over. When crackers start selling you niggas, guess what? You niggas were y'all had already been sold. That sold y'all the crackers. Did y'all just sold y'all the crackers, and crackers sold y'all the other crackers. That's what happened. That's what happened. Y'all act like a sold to crackers, and crackers sold the other cracker. And a lot of you that's trying about me saying they African, a lot of you forefathers with the main lame ass slaves that after they told them slavery is over.
They say your family the lame ones, like the ones that would have still wanted to be slaves after slavery was over. It sounds like some people that I know sound similar to the pro-black pan-African community when you ask me. You feel what I'm saying? I think a lot of people got to pay attention to that. Shout out to everybody in the building. I got a couple more clips I got lined up. Well, one more clip in particularly that I got lined up. We're gonna get into it. And we're gonna rock it out. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. I do appreciate everybody. And let's get it in, man. Let's rock it on out. I got one more clip for y'all. I got one more clip for y'all. All right. Hold on. Let me get ready to pull this up. Hold on 1 second. I see going a little slow. But all right, we got it. We back. Drop a fire emoji. Don't go nowhere. We live in the.
So we don't have no culture, right? And the word is that Blacks are boycotting Africans. This is interesting to me because there's always been the underground talk of how, aside from everybody else that has issue with Black Americans, FBAs, they all have the same commentary. They're echoes of voices and passed down. This is the crazy thing. Like, you ever notice how Africans and Black Americans clash, and why outsiders always feel the need and their first go-to is you don't have culture? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this. Let's get some things clear. I'm Nyla, and I've seen just how rich our history is in America, the place that we were born, right? The place that third generations and second generations were born, right? And it's just interesting how you all have the same concept of thinking when it comes to us. And, Africans bring centuries, old traditions, hundreds of ethnic groups, languages, rights, arts, music. I love African artists. I love me some Kim. I love me some Sade. I love me some Jonathan Butler. I love me some Fela Kuti. Why is it the need to have observation of people that you all emulate? And one thing I do know about you guys, if we don't have culture, you guys really have strained far away from your culture. The bleaching of the skin, being in agreement with your white colonizers. Like, just understand, Black Americans, we are not in agreement with our white colonizers. You understand? We created culture. No, our culture came from the pain, the heartache, the terrorism against us, the blatant discrimination against us. That's where our culture came from. We made lemonade out of lemons, soul food out of slop. What are you talking about when you say we don't have culture? So now we're going to get to this boycott. Why no culture? Outsiders really conflate American mainstream culture, Hollywood, pop music with anyone else. So they really miss the nuance. Y'all miss the nuance of what Black America is, because the dismissal of everything that we've contributed forever is amazingly disheartening to me. It's amazingly disheartening to me, because what I honestly think is that the only thing that you guys really liken us to and reduce us to is entertainment. And let's be clear, we got the biggest entertainers that even come and lend and respect you all's culture. Beyonce, remember her whole Lion King already? That celebrated the African culture. But we don't get that same respect from you all. What we get is carbon copies. We get seeing you all dancing to our music, emulating us, nigga, and really admiring us, but at the same time having a disdain. Now, I've always noticed how Africans' disposition was to Black Americans. The first go-to is no culture. And I think if there was recognition of what we really did do, there wouldn't be a need for a boycott. So me, I don't get my hair braided from African women because they snatch up in your damn edges too hard. Everybody don't have nappy hair. So there, I don't, so I don't have to boycott anything because I don't really patronize African businesses anyway. I don't like the food, and I don't like, I don't go to the hair braiders. And that's about whatever it is that is basically, the hair game, which again, Black Americans, we set everybody up for success. And I think if there was a bridge to respect, meaning, we can respect the kente cloth, the storytelling, the high life, the Afro beats, but at the same damn time, what you need to do is respect the creativity of Black American jazz, hip hop, and a social commentary. I didn't see any of your leaders coming in the 60s. I still, we have seen, the president, and standing on business, and I think it's just high time that, y'all recognize culture isn't lost, it's passed on, baby, and adapted. Let's celebrate that, because I don't see, the only thing that I hear about Africans in the conversations amongst Black Americans is that, beautiful voices, beautiful culture, but damn, we saw the young lady.
A lot of goddamn hating. That's pretty much what's going on. A lot of goddamn hating. At the end of the day, these people hate on FBA culture or Black American culture, Aboriginal culture. They wag their fingers at us when they got three fingers pointing right back at them. They say, "Oh, you divisive. Y'all culture is divisive. You are lazy. You fled your homeland." You see what I'm saying? You guys don't build nothing. You haven't built anything, yet alone even a stable country for you guys to even feel comfortable in without fleeing. So at the end of the day, man, we gatekeeping our cultures, expressing our lineage, and stepping on these tethers next. Hey, man, shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all already know the vibe. This is FBA Cultural Podcast, and we out.
Keys on the track, on the track, on the track, on the track, on the track.
For the stats, I be beating the odds. In the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the turbines just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow up just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.